Hi guys, it's Christy Forsyth from Clarity, here for you today with some energy updates and my live tarot reading. So I'm going to give people a chance to kind of hop on, and while I'm doing that, I'm just going to share this out to my group. Get that shared out. Let's see, okay. I think we got it. Okay. If anybody wants to volunteer to be my assistant to help with these things, I would love that. Desperate need of an assistant right now. But we'll let people jump on and join us. So I will say with this energy, it's been a ride. You know, we've been all on a ride with this energy. We've been going through a lot of stuff, some happy stuff, some tough stuff. It's been interesting. Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for watching. So it's been a ride, yeah, and people are feeling it. People are going through their process with it. So when I'm talking about the energy, for those of you who are new to my videos, we're talking about just this energy that all of us are feeling, the energy that is universal to all of us right now, and the ways that it's impacting us, because so many of us are really impacted by these energies, and maybe we're impacted in a little bit of different ways, but also in similar ways, and there are themes that are going on. So we're taking a look at the themes and how we can best navigate this so that we can have the best possible week as we're going into this weekend and as we're moving forward into next week. So that's what we're going to talk about with this tarot reading, and that's what we're going to talk about with the energy. So again, the energy is all over. It's a lot. It's you know, I think that there's been a ton of curveballs lately as we've been moving through this Venus retrograde and some of this other stuff that we have going on with the energy. And so it's been a challenge in some ways because we don't know what to expect. Just when you think that you know what to expect, there's a curveball being thrown, and you're looking at things from a different perspective. And you might have a totally different opinion on where something is going to go or where your life is going to go in the morning, and then by the end of the day that looks pretty different. And so we've had this energy going on for a little while. So if you feel like you're all over the place, it's really not you, it's just the energy, and it's trying to bring us clarity to some things. It's trying to help us to understand, but you know, I think that we're along for the ride in that way. So we've been very emotional, and you might find that some of those emotions are actually positive. You might get excited about certain ideas. Pay attention to what you're getting excited about, to the things that light you up, to the things that feel good and feel exciting, because a lot of this is us working around our fears and releasing our fears and staring our fears down and saying, you know what, I'm not going to let you make my decisions for me. I'm going to make the decisions that feel best for me, that feel best for my soul. And so we have to kind of allow that a little bit. So just allowing that process. And Amelia says, hello, new to your page. I hope all is going well. Well, thank you, Amelia, for watching. And make sure you guys say hi if you're watching, and let me know how you're doing in this energy, what's going on for you, what's going on with your process, maybe where you're watching from. I love to hear from all of you guys. But in this, it's just been, you know, I'm hearing from so many people and what's going on for them. But here's the thing, and I think we're starting to move into this as we've gone through this process. We're starting to kind of take a step back and look, or I feel like we're supposed to be taking a step back and looking. And what are you saying to yourself? I think I called this, like, are you tired of your own bullshit yet? You know, because what is it that you are saying to yourself that is absolute bullshit, that is not helpful to you, that is not serving you in the best possible way? Are you telling yourself that you can't do something, or that you don't deserve something? Or, you know, even when we get into that mentality of, oh, all this stuff is going on and God hates me or the universe hates me, I can tell you without a doubt that that is absolutely not true. You know, that there is always love and light being sent your way. And when we are going through our challenges, we are going through our challenges because it is helping us grow. It is for our highest and best good. It is helping us on whatever life path we had intended for ourselves before we came here. So there's so much good going on through this growth that's happening. So you want to be really careful to not go into that mindset, because what you're doing based on the law of attraction is you're pulling in more kind of shitty energy, and we want good energy. We want good things. So we want to take that stuff, the stuff that's not working, and take a look at that and say, what is it that I want to invite into my experience? What is it that I need to be focusing my energy on so that I can bring that into my experience? You know, and also, what are you saying to yourself that's an excuse? You know, that's kind of, well, you know, oh, I can't do that, or, oh, I'll get to it later. You know, how many of us are procrastinating on things that we really should be getting to or are feeling called to get to? So making sure that we are not being our own worst enemy here, and that we're allowing ourselves to work in the direction of the things that we feel like we need to be working towards, because this is such an important time of us connecting with our soul's greatest calling and the things that we need to be doing. Frank says that I need to watch my mouth. I know my mom's totally going to tell me that too. She always watches and she yells at me when I swear, but it'll be okay. So yeah, like, what is it that you're saying to yourself that's not helping you, that's not serving you, that quite frankly isn't the reality, but it's really the voice of fear? So I really want you to pay attention to that this week as we're going through this crazy ride of things, and taking a step back, because sometimes when it's crazy and you can take a step back and you can watch all of the moving pieces, you can actually see the way that things are being synchronized in showing you the way, in guiding the way, and giving you the clarity that you need. It's so, so important. So we're going to pull some cards, and these cards are not for us as individuals. They are for us as a whole. I see somebody asking, hi, Al, asking for a card. I'm not doing the individual cards. I'm doing a reading for all of us. So this is a reading for everybody for how we can best navigate this energy. And with my readings, I always set the intention that we're connecting only with energy that is of the light, that the messages are helpful, healing, or preventative only. So we'll see what the cards have to say, but let me know how you guys are doing and what's going on for you. Some people, I think, are starting to kind of step into some clarity right now and are starting to understand things a little bit. The energy is starting to lift a little bit, and so if you haven't found more clarity on things, I think that you will in the relatively near future. So it's starting, I think even today, that kind of shifted a little bit more. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so this very first one is the Four of Air, okay? So this is like a card that's about giving yourself a little time and space before you're making a decision, okay? So this is going to feel like, this is for those of us that are still in that space of not quite feeling like you've made decisions in your life. You've made a decision about moving forward, and that's okay. I think that this card being reversed is actually saying you don't have to jump into it. You don't have to rush into it. In fact, you don't want to force the timing of anything. So if it doesn't quite feel right, maybe you feel like you're getting more clear on stuff, but you're not quite sure just yet where to go with that, just take your time. Just, you know, it's not necessarily as time sensitive as that might feel. You might feel a lot of pressure, but because this is still so all over the place with this energy, and there's curveballs and all this interesting stuff happening, you know, maybe wait until that feels a little bit more clear before you are making a decision with that. And the next card, and I think I pulled this a couple weeks ago, is the Dreamer card, or maybe it was just last week. And this is all about the beginning of a new journey. This is about taking a leap of faith. And this card being reversed is acknowledging that we are maybe just getting ready to step into this new journey. We're just getting ready, or we're at the very beginning stages of that, and we haven't quite stepped into this with both feet just yet. But maybe we're tiptoeing around it. Maybe we are feeling that out, feeling how that feels, seeing what that looks like, beginning to envision it, beginning to get more clear on it. I do think that we are getting somewhat more clear on some things. And this is also about unexpected opportunities. So understand that things, you might have help from God, from the universe, whatever that is, whatever you call that, that are unexpected in unexpected ways. So be careful that you're not so tied to a specific outcome or so tied to a specific way that things need to be that you are blocking yourself from other opportunities that are trying to come into your experience. So making sure that you're not doing that, and just allowing yourself to be this dreamer, to dream big, and to think about these leaps of faith that you might take, because I really feel like if we haven't taken those yet, we are going to be taking those very, very soon. I think that there's a lot of changes coming through this process, and we really have shaped our thinking, and on the other side of this retrograde, we're really going to understand ourselves quite a bit more. So if you haven't decided what it is that you need to leap on or that you need to change, make sure that you are allowing yourself to just allow that process and to take those leaps if and when that feels right. So the next thing is the Emperor card. So the Emperor card is about structure and organization and creating a structure. And I feel like here, as we are stepping into a little bit more of this understanding of where we want to move with whatever it is that we've been exploring through this process, we want to make sure that we are creating and adding a structure to it, because I don't know about you guys, but quite frankly, I've been a little unfocused through this energy. It's been a little overwhelming for me and for my system, and I've just felt like I'm not quite focusing as well as I could be. So this card is probably for me too, but making sure that we are creating structure, that we are getting our stuff together, that we are taking care of those little details that we need to take care of to actually take these leaps of faith and to make these things happen and to move forward with whatever it is that we need to move forward with. So it might be a new opportunity, it might be a new relationship, or it might be the end of a relationship. I think there's, through this process, a lot of shifting and changing with relationships. So this might even be creating a structure for how you're going to end this relationship and how you're going to move forward from this relationship, and creating a plan for yourself as to how you can do that. And this last card is the Lover's card, okay? So the Lover's card, again, we definitely have relationship stuff going on right now. We definitely are becoming more aware of relationships that we want in our life, relationships that we don't want in our life, changes that we need to make in relationships, changes that we need to make within ourselves within relationships, things that we want, things that we don't want, all of that stuff. And this is just about us really taking the time to weigh it and to take a look at what is it that we really want, and what changes. How do I, okay, so now that I know what I want, how do I take steps in that direction? And so this is really encouraging us to do that, but taking the time to really process it and feel it out and think it, and that not making huge impulsive decisions. The stuff that should be coming clear right now should be coming clear through the process of things, and I don't necessarily think that it's just going to impulsively come through. I think it'll have been sort of a process leading up to this where we are making choices on this stuff. This also might mean a choice in relationships. Maybe you're trying to decide between one relationship or another, or one type of relationship or another, or maybe you're dating two people and you're trying to decide which is going to be the best and the right fit for you. And again, this is just take your time, feel that out, let your intuition show you the way, because it's always going to show you the way with this stuff. And I just felt called to pull an extra card, so I did. And this is really an encouraging card, I think, as we're moving forward. The Four of Fire. And for me, 4 cards are always about balance, are always about creating a solid foundation. And I think that this is what we're doing, is we're clearing out a lot of stuff so that we can create the solid foundation for ourselves as we're moving forward. And then we're going to continue to build on that and grow with that. But this card says contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, a successful completion of a project. And that's exactly what this is just letting us know that the things that we're working toward, if we are doing our work and we're allowing our process, are really, really beautiful things. So I'm really excited to pull this card and to have this energy coming up as we move forward. I think that we'll start to tap into this energy this week, but I do feel like it's a little bit further out as we move into toward the end of the year. Some really, really great things are coming. But November feels like an awesome, awesome month for all of us in so many ways, just in terms of so many opportunities for us to just grow and progress and find joy and happiness and peace in that process of things. So does anybody have any questions at all while we are live? You know, what's going on for you? What do you have questions on? I'm happy to answer a couple of quick questions if we have those pop up on the screen. And by the way, while I'm waiting for those to come through, Nicole and I are going to be going live on Saturday. We're going to be together on Saturday. And if you don't catch us live, because I don't know what time we're planning on going live, but if you don't catch us going live, then make sure that you watch the replay, because we actually have a pretty important announcement that we are going to be announcing on Saturday. So Jen Hatch says she's flowing with her emojis. I can see that. Hi, Karen. Thanks for watching. I don't see any questions coming up. Let's see. Dominique, I'm not doing individual readings. I'm doing a reading for the collective. So that was a reading for all of us. Let's see. Anything that's come up here? Amelia says, can you tell me about random ringing in one's ears? It's more focused on one side. You know, for me, I always experience the ringing as one of the ways that my guides are trying to connect with me, and one of the ways that they're trying to get my attention, because our body is our greatest intuitive tool. And so a lot of the sensations that we feel in the body is our body's way of trying to give us some type of intuitive information. So for me, it's kind of like you know, stop and pay attention, because there's something that you need to be paying attention to here. Crystal says hi. Hi, Crystal. Thanks for watching. Okay, guys, so I think that's it. But if you have questions, leave those in comments below, and I will see you guys next week with another reading. Take care, everybody.